For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen. New UNK football coach Ryan Held this week announced his first recruiting class as head coach in Kearney, and he talks about what the Lopers were able to get done in a short time after he took over as head coach in late December.
Well, we had a plan. We wanted to be able to look regionally and be able to get some good Nebraska kids. We felt we accomplished that. We felt like we needed to get some immediate help. We feel like we did that. And then, we were able to use some of the resources of our network to be able to go outside regionally and get some kids, some good young kids as well. So overall, I was very pleased, and it's a short period of time, hiring coaches, getting them here moved, doing all that, and then still be able to put together a recruiting class. Had its challenges, but, everybody stepped up to the plate, and we feel really good where we're at today, but we're not done. We're still going to be actively looking for a few more spots throughout the spring. Our motto was one guy at a time, the right guys. And so overall, it's a good day.
That kind of looks like that's really changed over the years with recruiting. It doesn't all happen on signing day, does it? How do you go about in this off season now, looking for more players to add in the spring and the summer?
I really think it's an NFL model. I mean, you acquire guys through the draft, and then signing day, and then you're going through the spring, and that might be free agency, and so you just you have a salary cap at our level, in terms of money, and so you're just you're going to recruit all the way up till you bring guys in, because things can change with the transfer portal, and a kid might quit, kid might get injured, kid might want to transfer, and so you're always going to be having eyes on certain guys that can come in and fill a need and or be an impact player for you.
You're bringing back Kearney native Gabe Hines, who is at Nebraska. You have some contact with Gabe when you were there in Lincoln?
Yeah, he was, obviously he was there, and we wanted to create competition in the kicking game, and Gabe being a Kearney guy, he's a good kicker. It just was a good match to be able to bring him back, and so we're excited to bring him back to Kearney.
Several kids from Omaha and Lincoln. I know Loper's been trying to grow in that area the last several years. I would think you got to feel this is a pretty good start for you. There's some good players coming to Kearney from Omaha and Lincoln.
There is, and this is just the start, and we will definitely even be more actively recruiting those areas now that I have my full coaching staff, and we'll divide the state up and swarm it, and we won't get them all, but we're going to make it a lot tougher for people coming in the state.
3 players from Kansas who were JUCO down there. I would assume your contacts in the past had to help out on that front.
It did, and when you look at my coaching staff, obviously there's ties, in the conference, and obviously junior college. So, we were selective on the transfers that we got up to this point. Like I said, we're still working some more, but we feel really, really good about the kids that we got, at the break and signed, and then we'll just still keep looking.
What's the biggest challenge when you change jobs and you try to keep recruiting going? I mean, you didn't get to Kearney until late December. I would assume that's just got to be a tough chore, especially when so much recruiting is on relationships.
It is, and the thing about it is, mindset-wise, it's all about the mindset. And if you look at it as an overwhelming, oh my goodness, we got to sign all these guys, it can overwhelm you. And that's where I really took the motto of just one guy at a time. And that really put everybody at ease. I wanted my coaches not to, be panicking or anything. We just really went through, found the kids we felt that fit us, and, built those relationships in the period of time. And, today we were at peace, and no one was stressed out, and that's what I want. Because at the end of the day, the relationship will win the day most of the time. And obviously Kearney has a lot UNK has a lot to sell on from the academics and the football facilities and everything in our conference. And so it was good. And everybody stayed the course, stuck to the process, worked hard, and I think it's a good, solid class for year one.
How do you spend this next month before spring gets started? Just trying to learn more about the kids and maybe just kind of settle in a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I want to continue to build the relationship with our current players. I want to get to know them. Obviously, we're going to be installing our schemes because we'll start spring ball in March. Obviously, we got to be continuously getting in the weight room and changing and developing our bodies and what needs to be done, and working a lot of life skills stuff, leadership training and curriculum like that, and culture building, and then just continue to get to know Kearney and all the great people that support athletics and football. And we got to get ready for the Loper Backer banquet coming up in April. So there's a lot of stuff, and but we love the challenge, and we're just going to take it each day and get better, and then obviously continue to recruit, and then we want to get on to the 24 class, start to build those relationships.
And that was new Loper head football coach Ryan Held. For more on this week's signings, you can check that out at krvn.com. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen.